Hello, chat. Please tell me that you can hear me. Thank you. I'll be right back. Please all type GL or good luck in the chat for Anna, because that's probably the last time she sees the chat. Yeah, that's Dina on the far left. Aladdin, I think that should be Lula on the right board. Don't know how much of the other streamers' games will be able to see because they come centered, but yeah. I will do a face reveal after the game starts. Hi again. Yeah, so you can see Anna's opponent has arrived at the board. They shook hands, and yeah, they're ready to start. I think we have like 10 minutes before the round starts. So yeah, they're both pretty early to the game. Oh, pairings is the correct command. Thank you, Scrooge. Yeah, I don't know how this name is pronounced. If someone can help me, uh, I would say Hallgerður Thorstein's daughter, but might be completely wrong. I think Lula is asking Anna-Maja how to do a handshake. Hi, Son. Well, it's Swiss system, so you don't play an equally rated player in the first round. It's actually accelerated Swiss system, but yeah, no one is actually playing an equally rated opponent in the first round. It's not like Chess.com arenas. What happens is, let's say there are 400 people. Uh, the top 100 play the second 100, and the third 100 play the fourth 100. That's how this tournament is made. And yeah, on the far left you can see Dina. Actually, Dina and Anna's opponent have similar hairstyle. That's funny. Unfortunately not, because I'm not in Iceland. Yeah, we can't see the clock, but we will be able to see the Chess.com clock, so it will be okay. Thank you for the sub, Glamdring. Welcome. Nordic could move the camera, that is true. Problem is there wasn't really a table that would be in a good distance from the camera, because for instance, I think Dina, where she is sitting, on her stream the clock will be visible. Maybe you can even see Anna's clock on Dina's stream, I'm not sure. But well, obviously we wanted to have the main focus our streamer, right? How many players at this tournament? I think there's about 400, 402 or something. What is the bug for bottom right? What bug? I guess people are bringing their bugs. This green bug. I think it's Lula's bug. I'm not sure what it has, but yeah. How excited am I for these streams? On a scale from 1 to 10? 420. What is the name and rating of her opponent? Well, her name is. Uh, do you really have to do this? Her name is Hallgerdur Thorsteinsdottir, and her rating is 1953. Who is the player in red? Yes, he's also a streamer. She streams at twitch.tv/LulaRobes. She's a streamer from Jersey, the island of Jersey. Her name is what? Okay, I guess my pronunciation is not amazing. You can use excellent pairings, I think. Video quality is quite bad. Really? It's fine on my end. I mean, it's a phone camera, but... It's not 4K. I mean, yeah, but it shouldn't be too terrible. Oh, that's Twitch compression. Yeah, because I'm watching on YouTube and it's actually quite good. It's just for you that audio is low. I can make myself louder if people want that. Yeah, that is Dina behind. Oh, Dina is bringing her laptop to. Okay. It seems fine for me though. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's not the highest quality, but I guess the Wi-Fi there is might also be my issue. I don't know. I mean, I'm just transmitting what I get. Must feel strange for the opponents to have so many cameras around. Yeah, I agree. It's actually, I think, 8 streamers or even 9, and there's a lot of other people who are also streamers, but they're not really streaming their games. So if everyone streamed their games, I think we could have like 15 streamers. Anyway, 1 minute to the start. Well, I guess I'm not sure if it will start at exactly 4, but Yeah. Will Anna's first move be e4? I don't know. Well, let me tell you a secret, son. So in the other overlay, I have already played e4, but maybe not. We'll see. At what time the game starts? Well, the game should start right now. Actually, but well, it's the first round, so uh, there are there is maybe some delay. GM Silver, I'm pretty sure we don't have any delay for the streamers, but we'll see. It doesn't look. It looks like they're about to start. Yeah, there must be speeches, right? Because this is a really important, tournament also for Iceland, and yeah, I guess they have like some mayor or some politician or something. I don't know. But the game should start any moment now. Who is the op? Well, when the game starts, you'll be able to see her name on the screen, but for now, you can use exclam pairings and Twitch chat. Yeah, Anna Kramling has her mom commentating. Okay, it's weird that they haven't started yet. I wonder. I don't think the video feed is delayed, unless Anna didn't tell me about it. I think it's just uh, yeah, they're just waiting. We're waiting for the games to start. Well, and I guess for all players to sit at their boards and the arbiters to commence the tournament start. What happens if you make a move before the start? How do you mean? I mean, the clocks haven't started yet, so it doesn't count as a move. What are my Champions League quarterfinal predictions? I don't know. Manchester City, Bayern, Barcelona, and Atletico. You can see they're chatting a little bit before the game. Always good to, get to ease some nerves before the game a little bit. Get to know your opponent. Yeah, it is. It is a little bit nervous. I mean, it's always nervous in the first round of a tournament, right? I keep getting ads on the YouTube, on the YouTube chat. Okay, I want to. Okay. I mean, it's usually what players do, especially in the first round, because there's usually a long time of waiting. I'll tell you a little secret, because I don't really like making small talk with opponents. So usually I arrive like 1 minute before the game starts, so that I avoid that. Hello, Jan Pixels, welcome. That is true, yeah. By the way, if anyone here hasn't joined our Discord, they're welcome to do so. We have a very nice chat about the tournament. A lot of people are playing, except our streamer. There's also at least 3 other participants in our community that are playing. So yeah, if you want some fun stories, you can join. The guy in the back looks like Gordon Ramsay. You mean Lula's opponent? I can see that. Yeah, it's a huge tournament. Oh, it looks like we're starting, guys. At least Dina has arrived, so I'm assuming the game is about to commence. They're clapping for something? I don't know. The chat is also clapping. More clapping. Let's see. How does the first round usually look like? I mean, the first round usually look like a lot of waiting. Yeah, a lot of opening speeches and all of that. And apparently a lot of clapping. Yeah, also that. Yeah, probably there is a ceremonial first move as well. I wonder if the first boards have cameras somewhere, but yeah, not sure. I think Bogdan Diak is the first seed in the tournament. Ooh, yeah, that looks like, I don't know. I think I'm not sure what it is. I'm not gonna comment on that. Yeah, Asran, I'm pretty sure all of the players have the same thought for quite some time. And we have a handshake. And we are underway. And we can see first move, e4. Okay, let me switch the overlay. Hello. Now you should be able to see me as well. And okay. That's interesting. Okay, we have a Caro-Kann. I don't see the boards being updated live. Maybe I should refresh them. So I'm gonna make some moves here, d5. And f3. Ooh. So we have a Caro-Kann fantasy variation. That is definitely a very interesting opening. Very tactical, I would say. And yeah, we have... we are actually... Yeah, we're gonna have a very interesting game, I think. Okay, d takes e4. People are a bit scared of f3, I guess. F takes e4. I'm not sure if the chess.com board is delayed or not. If someone can tell me if maybe I should just refresh the page, but for now I'm just gonna make moves and people can tell me. But yeah, so basically in the Caro-Kann, so after, let's go back, after e4 c6 d4 d5, white can play a lot of things. White can play knight c3 or knight d2, which is the main line. White can play e5, which is the advanced variation. White can take, which is the exchange variation. All of these moves, I think Anna-Maja has tried all of these moves before, and well, I don't think I've ever seen her try f3, but that is definitely a cool line. It's not the main line, or it's a side line, but it's very tactical usually, and I think Black's main move here is e5, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and Anna's opponent plays that. So this is some theory. Live boards are not here. Okay. If they are updated at any point, please let me know so that I can stop making moves. Okay, knight f3 for Anna. So of course we don't take the pawn, because that would allow Black to trade the queens here. So after the queen d1, king d1. I mean, yeah, we have one of these pawns is going to drop, and White's pawns here will be probably quite weak. So instead, yeah, Anna-Maja just developing her knight. And bishop g4. So that, I think, is pretty much the main line, if I'm not mistaken. We will let you know as soon as you can be late. Exactly, yeah, because I can't be updating the board, all the time. So we're on board 45 against WGM Hallgerður Thorsteinsdóttir. I think it's CSWFM. By the way, if I look away from the camera, I'm looking at YouTube chat. Just so you know. Is that +1 already? It's plus 0.6 apparently. Is bishop g4 not the best move? I'm surprised here actually. Wait, Anna Crumling's opponent played the cow? Okay, that's funny. Okay, Anna-Maja played c3. Yeah, bishop c4 is also a very good idea. So basically the idea of the fantasy variation is that we open the f-file. So if white castles kingside, then the rook will come to f1 and we'll be looking at this weak point on f7. But c3 is also a good move because well, it supports our center. So if you can see here, so after this pin, our d4 pawn is a bit vulnerable because Black will threaten to take our knight on f3, and if we recapture with the queen, then the pawn is hanging on d4. So c3 is a good move to protect the center basically, because white really needs these two pawns to stay alive. Okay, c3 is the usual follow-up with the bishop c4, knight d7. Okay, so basically we can transpose, I guess. I'm really curious to check Anna Crumling's game if her opponents play the cow, but okay, we'll stay with this game, right? So let's see what Black does. Anna is looking quite confident, I would say. Seems like she knows what to do, but yeah, let's see. So how can Black try to reinforce? I guess, okay, white is not really threatening anything per se, but bishop c4 is interesting. Just developing basically, and we will get a huge initiative down this against this f7 pawn. Ooh, that means we have no clocks. I'm assuming live boards will be available at some point. Um, maybe maybe after 15 minutes. I don't know. That is a bit. That's quite interesting though. I mean, worst case, we can just make the moves. Like, I mean, the board is. I don't know how is it for you guys, but the board is clearly visible for me, so I can definitely make all moves that are played. PS making moves. Yeah, yeah. I guess the boards are delayed, so we will get no insta updates. I'm not sure if that will be fixed for next round, but hopefully yes. How are we doing? I mean, it's still the opening. Okay, so Anna's opponent plays knight d7. Looks good, I guess. Supporting the pawn. Developing a piece. Maybe black wants to prepare queenside castling as well at some point. That would make sense, because if white is going to attack on the king side, like bishop c4 and sword castles, then yeah, we can just escape, somehow. Although f7 is still weak, even if black castles queenside, so I actually like white's position already here. I don't know the theory of this line, but it seems already very good. I would expect bishop c4 here as a move. Don't see what could be wrong with it. I mean, yeah. Can we ban all the people who said Anna-Maja play the calf? He actually plays the hippo. I mean, Anna-Maja is a GM, right? So I'm not even 100% sure he did it for the memes. He might have done it, just to play a non-theoretical line. But maybe he did it, I don't know. Was this a fantasy card? Yes. Yes. Well, it still is. I mean, we're still in the opening. So Anna is thinking. So again, I'm guessing 97. She didn't really expect that. Hello, Governor Kudio. Hello. Welcome. Okay. I don't really see anything else that white can do apart from bishop c4, to be honest. I mean, maybe bishop e3. Let me try my colored arrows. Maybe bishop e3 is also a move, but I'm not sure we are ready yet to know where this bishop on c1 is going to be developed. Because maybe if black plays knight f6, we might want to play bishop g5 and pin the knight to the queen. So this bishop, on the other hand, I think it's pretty clear that we want it on c4. So I would definitely go bishop c4 here. Hello, Bugs. Welcome. And hello, Vlad from YouTube, and all the other people on YouTube. Paul Folleringham, and Sorbits, and all of the chat. And I'm sorry for moving around to see YouTube chat, but yeah. But there's also prediction. Seems that people are pretty confident in Anna. I mean, it is the first round she's playing against the low rated. I know from experience that these 1900s are not that great. From being a 1900 myself. And I'm really surprised that Anna is thinking. Do we have clocks yet? By the way, I will be very annoying and ask every 5 minutes if I can update the page. Okay, she finally played bishop c4. Okay, that's the move we've all been calling for. So the bishop is aiming at this square. Also, we're preparing kingside castling here. I think that would be the next move. Pretty automatic. Now black's kind of playing the position. If we castle kingside, then this diagonal might become a bit weak. So black might be looking at bringing the queen out to b6 at some point, and try to make some threats against our king on g1 if we castle kingside. If the live board is delayed, then the clocks won't be correct. That is true. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So I guess we'll have to do with what we have here. Yeah. I wonder if she actually wants to go with the queen b3 line. So yeah, I think there is a line like queen b6, queen b3. Is that the line? Is that a correct line? And then it's some endgame. I think I've seen that before, but unless you're not talking about that line. Okay, so b5. That is something I did not expect. Okay, that looks very weakening already. Do you have a chess clock at home? Actually, I don't. That would be a cool idea, but I don't have one. b5, is that theory? It looks very weird to me. Like it looks very weakening. Yeah, so maybe Anna's opponent is already out of theory. Because I thought that black might want to castle queenside in this position at some point. Even if you don't want to castle, like it creates permanent weakness. They say the pawn is the only piece that cannot go backwards. So every time you move a pawn, you should be really careful because you weaken some squares and you can't, for instance, a5, you can never protect that with the pawn anymore. c5, you can never protect that with the pawn anymore. c6, you can never protect that with the pawn anymore. So, yeah, so that weakens a lot of squares. Now, what are the advantages of b5? First of all, it gains a tempo. It gains some space on the queen side. And maybe prepares, some kind of attack against a bishop. I guess Anna's opponent is afraid of this bishop and wants to kick it out of this diagonal. So maybe after bishop b3, at some point she wants to play like a5, a4 and try to get rid of this bishop. But it does look like the weaknesses of this move are more than the strengths. So I would expect Anna quickly playing bishop to b3. But maybe I'm wrong, and there is another move. To be honest, black usually does go short castle in this line, although I guess long castle is okay if you don't go for the line where white gets 2 pawns. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like both kings are not the most safe. Oh, we have clocks. Do we? Oh, I guess so the boards were delayed. Live boards are live, but are they in the live position? Let me see something. So, can I... No, they're not. Okay. So that's not good. They're moved to, yeah. Let me go back. Okay, so the live boards are gonna be 15 minutes delayed, I guess. Actually, this is the position. Yeah, so the clocks you see are not correct. That's a bit confusing. The clocks you see are the clocks 15 minutes ago, basically. The point, it looks like access can be lazy. Yeah, that's true, unfortunately. Um, the point of the fantasy is to avoid modern theory. That is true, yeah. I know that GM Naroditsky recommends it in his speedrun videos. I actually played a couple games with it to test it out. I don't think my opponents knew a lot of theory. So yeah, we pretty quickly went out of theory. So yeah, it's a nice line. I also know people who played over the board. I haven't dared to, but maybe I will. Who knows? I think Anna-Maja has tried like everything against the Karokan. She has tried exchange. She has tried two knights variation, which I didn't mention at the start. She has tried. I don't know. She has tried advanced variation. Yeah, a lot of things. B5 has been played in Paravian Wojtaszek 2019. It is theory. Interesting. Okay, Anna is moving back to B3. Explain to chat why bishop f7 doesn't work. Yeah, that would be, I guess, an interesting move. The reason that it doesn't work is, okay, so there is always this trick in the Karokan. When black plays bishop g4, you must always consider this idea, like bishop f7 and something like knight e5 or knight g5, and then you take this queen on g4. But here it doesn't work, because after knight e5, black just takes, and black is just up two pieces. We can't even take the bishop, and if we take the knight, then our queen is hanging. And after knight g5, black, I think black just goes queen takes g5, and both queens are hanging. So if bishop takes g5, bishop d1, king d1, and if we count the pieces at the end of this long line, we see that black has three pieces, white has two pieces. So we're down a piece. So bishop takes f7, not really the best move here. So I think Anna just calculated that, played bishop back to b3. And it looks like her opponent made a move which I missed. I think knight g f6 was what was played. So yeah, okay, and also queen b3, bishop f6. Didn't see it. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so white could try this, but yes, black just goes here. I'm not sure. Wait, knight g5? I'm not so sure bishop e6 move. Knight g5 wins a bishop, right? Although knight g5 probably just queen takes again, and again, yeah. So here, I guess we can just take, and yeah, black is winning. Okay. So yeah, bishop takes 7, not a move, and we just go back to b3, and knight g f6. Okay, there we go. And it's Anna's turn again to move. So what is wrong with castling? Well, castling draws the pawn on e4. So that is, we must be a bit careful. Actually, wait. This could be interesting. I'm already wanting to sacrifice Anna's stuff. Okay. I wonder if we can give the pawn away. Like, if we can castle here, and after knight e4, go like bishop f7. Yeah, and you can see the computer agrees. So that probably should work, right? So king f7, then we have like knight e5 double check. We do gain at least this back. This is probably just mate. So castles actually would be my first instinct here for white. I'm not the only one who wants to sack her pieces, yeah. So yeah, maybe we don't even have to protect our pawn, which is actually really good because okay, what if we don't castle, what other moves can we make? We can play like bishop g5, but okay, that creates a pin, but our bishop can be kicked quite easily with h6 g5. We can play knight d2, but that looks really awkward. It also blocks our bishop on c1. I don't like this move. So I think sword castle is actually the way to go here for Anna. I mean, that's the point of the fantasy variation as well, right? To get the open f file quickly. And yeah, as I said, Anna castles kingside. So she knows the ideas of this line. I don't know when and where she studied that, or if I don't think it's in Giri's course, right? I think Giri says, I think Giri recommends something else against the Caro, but it looks like she's aware of the idea. So black can take on e4, as we said earlier, because bishop takes f7. So this is actually a big threat. I'm starting to realize. Maybe not so big if black keeps the knight. Yeah, for instance, if black plays like bishop e7, which would be like a normal developing move. Yeah, I don't think that works now. Bishop takes f7, king f7. We can try knight g5. You see now the knight is pinned to the king, but once the king moves, let's say the king goes to g8 or something. Oh, g8 loses because of b3 probably. So let's say king g6. I don't know. Or e8. Now e8 is knight e6 as well. Probably would go here. Yeah, king g6. And we don't really have... We can't take the bishop. We can maybe take the knight and then take the bishop. But I think we've given away too much material here already. Okay. I don't think bishop f7 works. So yeah, black can probably just go bishop e7, and then we will have to find another way to continue our attack. I like white's position here though, because even if okay, we're not gonna checkmate immediately. Probably black is going to be able to castle in one way or another, but black has made some weaknesses here on b5, c6. You know, this can be exploited later. For instance, we might be able to later put a piece on c5 or control it like this and blockade this pawn. I'm just saying, for instance, if this trade happens and we manage to put a rook on the open file on c1, we will pressure this pawn and we will have a good positional, some good positional play against this c5. And of course, yeah, this rook is also on a semi-open file already, so that's also good. You know, in most openings, you need to play like rook e1 to activate the rook. Here we don't, because our rook is already quite active on f1. Nordi is doing laps. Did we see him on stream? I'm not really paying that much attention. Maybe we did, right? I guess that means he's confident in his game. If he's away from the board already and taking streamers' games, that's quite cool. Do we move the queen out of the pin now, or do we develop minor pieces? I'm always a fan of development. So yeah, I would say we'll develop minor pieces first. But moving the queen out of the pin is also a point idea. Of course, it's black to move, so first we see what black does. So yeah, he walked by Anna Crowling 2 times. Oh. So a general rule for people who haven't played OTB, well, it's not my rule. It's suggested by grandmasters. Is that when it's your turn, you think about like concrete moves. When it's your opponent's turn, you think about general ideas, like where do I want to put my pieces? which developing moves make sense, which plants make sense, and all that stuff. Usually that's what people recommend. So yeah, that's why I'm talking a little bit more about, maybe, some, I don't know, something like this, I would imagine is the plan. But yeah, just as a rule of thumb. By the way, yeah, the clocks. I don't know if anyone has been keeping track, but I think Anna has to be a little bit up on time already. Or you don't think as Vlad? Yeah, I don't know. I think Vlad does think on his opponent's times. Like if you play very slow against Vlad, that's bad because he will actually think on your time and have an idea about what to do. Yeah, Black's thinking more. I agree with that. Let me bring the chat so I don't have to move all the time. So I'll bring it here. So he needs to build up the pressure on the strong point. It moves as knight bd2 and queen e1, queen g3. That is true. That is also a good maneuver. Some Grand Prix inspired maneuver. I mean, yeah, as long as our d4 pawn is protected, that is good. That also protects the pawn on e1. Knight bd2 I'm not so sure about because we're blocking our bishop on c1. So maybe we need to first go bishop e3 and then go like queen e1 and then knight bd2. That's also a good setup, I think. Does Anna-Maja have this table in the corner every day? Yes, it does. The view outside must be amazing. It is. It really is. I'm actually gonna change. Let's see if we can see the view in full screen. That might be a bit weird what I'm gonna do, but I think it will work. Wait, didn't work. Let me try again. I think you can see the sea in the background. So that is the sea level. You can see it, they're playing like near the sea. That is really a really awesome playing hall in Reykjavik. I think, it's one of the. I don't know if there is like a list, but if I made a list of 10 chess tournaments you must visit before you die or something like that, I would definitely include Reykjavik. Like it's definitely an amazing tournament and great playing hall, great tournament, great atmosphere. Yeah. Please make such a list. I'm sure there are more experienced people than me to make a list, but I'm just saying it would be on my list. What are the other 9? Vik and Zay, I would say, is one. Let me think about others. Maybe they're not 10. I don't know. Maybe they're like 3. I would say one of these Spanish tournaments like Sitges or Formentera or some of them. They're also pretty famous. I can't think of names right now. You've caught me on a weak point. Are we talking about how beautiful the location is? Yes. That's kind of weird, right? Because we can't really see the location. Because I'm hiding the leftmost part of the of the camera feed. Grenke, yeah, Grenke is also maybe on that list. Although maybe that list is not, constant, because tournaments get added and removed every year basically. So Pardubice, yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, I've been to Pardubice. It's a nice tournament. I would say it's not as strong as it used to be though. So yeah, I don't know. Beal, yeah, Vlad, thank you for Beal is also one. I wonder if there is like an American equivalent or even an Asian equivalent. Because all of these locations I've mentioned are in Europe. Yeah, 1.5 hour each side. It's a long game. It's a long game. Yeah, I played there in 2022. I played when Donchenko won. So I remember hanging out with Donchenko after he won the tournament. Can we get Greek lessons on the stream? No. I'm not authorized to do that. Istanbul tournament? I'm not aware of any. I would have gotten. I would have gone there. Because I live nearby. I'm in Greece. So. Not even hello? I mean, hello is very simple in Greek. It's just yeah. Tournaments in Greece? I mean, I would actually say like yeah. I'm not sure how famous they are, but quite a lot of players have played in Paleochora, for instance. It's well known tournament, but it's not amazingly strong. Greek league, that's a sad story. Never played. You probably never will be able to play again. Because they had this law where they okay, we have a move. Have to figure out what the move was though, because again I wasn't paying attention. I think bishop e7, right? I think it's bishop e7. Yeah, so they made a law in the Greek league that only Greek players can play. Oh, bishop. Yeah, it's true. Bishop d6. Okay. Thank you, Jim Solver. I'm blind. Yeah, bishop d6 was played. So bishop d6. Okay. A little bit more active with from bishop e7. It looks a bit. So the bishop is undefended here. Yeah. But okay, it looks a little bit more active. Maybe black is planning to take on d4 at some point, and the bishop will exert pressure towards h2. Maybe even some kind of battery ideas, like queen c7. But in reality, yeah, just developing the bishop, supporting the pawn also is a thing. Because yeah, after d5, if the bishop was on e7, then after d5, knight e5, yeah, here actually, I'm not sure what black plays here. Probably bishop takes f3. Because if you play knight e5, that is really bad because queen takes d8, rook d8, and knight e5, and white is winning a piece. So that might have been what concerned her opponent here, because I think after d you have to go here, and only after queen takes, let's say knight e5, and maybe Hallgerdur didn't want to play this position because white has the bishop. I mean, white looks much better here, to be fair. So so yeah, that's probably why she played bishop d6 and not bishop e7. F. Wait, what? Are we back? Seems fine for me. Yeah, okay. Still working, okay. So yeah, here I think what would be a good move for white? Yeah, just developing the bishop, I would say. Bishop g5 makes sense now that black didn't play bishop e7. So we can pin the knight to the queen. Bishop e3 also makes sense. A little bit more modest. I mean, I think we're just still developing. It's just finding the optimal square for the pieces. Oh, your connection. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just a little bit too scared because I don't usually do this, so I'm too scared that something will go wrong and we'll have stream issues or something. I don't know. But it looks like yeah, it's fine again. So white is thinking. Anna is thinking. Bishop d3 or bishop g5. Maybe other moves as well, like queen e1. Maybe that would be a move. I like bishop g5 a little bit better here, because after bishop e3 we are kind of blocking the connection between our queen and this pawn on e4. So this pawn on e4 might actually be an issue at some point. Not yet, because black hasn't castled, so if this knight leaves from f6, there will always be bishop takes f7 idea. So black has to castle first, and then think about taking this pawn on e4. But still, bishop e3, I think, is a bit is maybe not so so good. But okay, I mean, okay, I guess it's up to preference. Maybe even you can start with queen e1 and keep black second guessing. I probably would go bishop g5 here, but yeah, I guess. So the clocks show that Anna is 5 minutes behind, but the clocks are wrong. Paravian played bishop g5, that's just what he does. Oh, we're still following that game, wow. Okay. Okay, so Paravian played my move, nice. we're on point. Yeah, bishop g5 I think is the most logical. And yeah, I agree. The position is double S. I mean, that's why you choose the fantasy variation, right? Because the Caro-Kann is a very solid opening, and you're playing with white. You're playing against an opponent who is much lower rated than you, like 250 points. It might not seem like, okay, you know, huge difference, but according to ELO theory, ELO expectancy, actually, I think Anna winning is more probable than a draw. So Anna will win less points for winning than she would lose if she makes a draw. So it's expected for her to win. That's what I'm trying to say. So you want to play something when there are tactical opportunities for both sides, and the fantasy variation is actually perfect for that. So I do approve of Anna's opening choice in this game. Now it might backfire, true, but at least as a principle, you know, you should go into this kind of positions against low-rated players when you can outplay them. Because usually, okay, if she was, you know, in a mainline Caro-Kann where black gets this bind with pawns on c6, pawns on e6, and all of that, yeah, it's quite a tough nut to crack, I would say. High-rated players play on a single, so elsewhere there are tables with more people next to each other. I'm pretty sure that streamers play on a single table. I'm not so sure that's the case for the others. I haven't seen footage of the entire playing hall, but I would bet that most players are playing, you know, in those tables that are like next. Everyone is next to each other or something. We have to live on the edge, exactly, yeah. Okay, let me catch up with YouTube because I haven't read that in a while. I would go queen e1 and follow up with bishop g5, queen h4. That is also a good plan. Not sure why you wouldn't start with bishop g5 though. Usually you want to develop everything. You want to develop the minor pieces first and then the queen. So yeah. But queen e1 is also a reasonable move, I would say. And I was actually thinking for quite some time now. So maybe they've got up on time. So yeah. a4 will need to be played. Why? I don't get that. a4 looks really weird to me. Maybe it's a plan, I don't know. Maybe it is, but yeah, at some point I can see you want to somehow make another weakness, but usually for now at least, we need to focus on the king side first, and then play on the queen side. Unless you mean, if black goes a5, maybe we'll need to play a4, because we really need to keep this bishop on this diagonal. Maybe that makes sense. A4. I can't see why you want to play a4 at least. Not sure if it's a good move though. It's definitely not the first move I would think of here, but maybe it's interesting. Bishop g5, h6. That's a good question. Probably back to h4. I'm not really that scared of g5 because, okay, let's make some moves on the board. So let's say bishop g5, h6, bishop h4, g5, right? The reason I'm not so scared of that is black's king. Like, where is black going to put their king now? If they go, okay, she did play queen e1, so maybe she was a bit scared of that, or maybe even. Also here there's a bit of a problem, and the problem is that we can't play queen e1, queen h4 now because bishop is blocked. So maybe black won't play g5. Black will just castle here. But what I wanted to say is that after g5, black's king has no safe place to go, because you can't go king side because you played g5. You can't go queen side because you played b5. And you can't stay in the center because the center is about to blow up, and there's also some ideas like that. So yeah. So that's not really as scary, but maybe she was a bit worried that, black's gonna keep this position and, just castle here or something. And now our queen doesn't really have an active place to go. Maybe g3, but g3 is always scary because black could play e takes d4 and unleash this bishop. Well, this bishop is unprotected now, but let's say queen c7 and then ed. So you don't really want to play queen g3. So yeah, that is probably why. So Anna deviates from the game that people in the chat are saying, the Paravian against Wojtaszek game, and she goes queen e1, which is a perfectly reasonable move. Queen is moving away from the pin on here. It's also preparing to go to h4 or g3. The computer didn't like that too much. I wonder why. So the computer actually thinks the black is slightly better. Okay. I wonder why. I wonder why the computer doesn't like it. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I could play some kind of queen c7 and put pressure, maybe. I don't know. That's probably what I would play with black here. Okay, now it's back to equal. I don't know. Maybe it's just castling. Not sure why the computer wanted to keep on d1. See you, Jim Silver. See you. They only have 45 digits. Yeah, exactly. There are only 45 live boards in the tournament. Yeah. In my career, I had 4 games 100 plus moves. Only one was 150. 150 moves. How is that game? Lol. Yeah, I think my longest game was about 100 moves. Yeah, not g5 but queen c7 after. Yeah, exactly. So black just keeps the tension here. So yeah, black's position is actually not terrible, right? Black always has this queen c7 idea, just putting some pressure on h2, threatening e takes d4. It's actually not so easy, maybe, for white. My record OTB game is 99 moves. Yeah, I guess if you get in some crazy endgame, like yeah, queen and 2 pawns against queen and pawn, it makes sense. Yeah, I recently had a game where I had queen and pawn against queen and 3 pawns, and even that was way too long. I think it was like 90 moves. So yeah, those endgames can go long, but usually it's when both players are playing on increment, so it doesn't really feel like you're sitting there for 6 hours, because the last hour or two are really making instant moves mostly. So yeah. After queen c7, queen h4 is perfectly good for white. Yeah, I guess. You want to put your queen here. That also defends the pawn on h2. Makes sense. Black castle here. Okay. So black completing our development, showing that they're going to castle kingside. And okay, now white has to see how to continue. What was the opening? The opening was a Karokan fantasy variation. Wait, Deadmate, don't you play the fantasy? How can you not see how this position came? That's interesting. But yeah, that was a Karokan fantasy variation. Black went with the main line. It takes bishop g4 and some weird b5, which I have never seen before. But yeah, it is a fantasy variation. Okay, so white to move. You can see Anna is putting her hands on her head. She's calculating. Let's see. I think queen h4 is the, we played. There is a saying in chess that goes, when you say A, you must say B. Although queen h4, knight e4. No, but then queen g4, yeah. Okay, so queen h4 is definitely a consideration here, I would say. Because, yeah, black cannot play here because we take this guy. What can black do? Probably just queen c7. Yeah, and we'll see something like this. And the good thing about putting the queen on h4 is that now our pawn on h2 is protected. So that would be, we don't have any threats. Black could try to make some threat like bishop f3, rook f3, ed4, cd4, bishop h2, but the queen from h4 protects. So queen h4 is actually a pretty good move, I think. We might also think about bishop g5 here. Computer is undecided. But yeah, bishop g5 also. So move knight bd2 might also be a move to go and protect. I wonder if black can play h6 now. It does seem a little bit weakening, but it will prevent bishop g5. I don't think there is much reason for this move, because the problem is that after h6, wait, oh, it's white to move. Sorry, sorry, I was confused. Yeah, maybe if you played here h6, but that's not really. I don't think there is much point for that, because when black castles, this pawn is going to be a target. So this is a mistake that often low-rated players make. They make these moves that kind of seem like you defend. You protect the threat of bishop g5, but it's actually a really weakening move, because this pawn is now a target. So let's say, okay, how to make this work? Let's say black played something random, right? White plays something random like bishop e3, then black castles, and now you play queen h4. Now you already have some threats of bishop takes h6, opening up the king side, sacrificing a piece for 2 pawns. And you can play knight g5, and you can even join with his rook in the attack. So this is why h6 would not have been so good. So yeah, instead this was played, and yeah, now white is thinking. If I redeem Meow or Hydrate or stuff like that, do you do it? I don't think so, no. I'm not sure why mods have it available, but yeah. Unfortunately, I can't control the stream, so I can't control the channel rewards. I can't even see them, I think. I'll leave that. I'll leave that for Anna when she comes. I think after the game she will maybe join us in a quick call. Although there will probably be a recap video, but yeah, if you guys want to ask her something about the game, it will be a good time maybe. You're hoping for your accent postcard? Oh no. I guess mods can refund the meows and stuff. That would be really funny. I mean, maybe not now, but I guess in some years, you know, when Twitch chess has become really mainstream, maybe OTB channel point redemptions will be a thing. But yeah, it's not yet, I guess. I guess there are still a lot of chess players that find it kind of weird to play with streamers. That you know people can bring electronic equipment to the chess tournaments. But okay, I don't know. For me as a chess player, I absolutely don't have a problem with it. I think it's very good for the game of chess. It makes OTB chess popular and it attracts more people to OTB chess. I mean, I see we you know there's a lot of people right here in this chat, right, watching a 6 hour game. It's a lot of people find boring, but I think you know some of you guys might get inspired and you know try your OTB tournament. Try out your local OTB tournament, and maybe you'll find it fun. Who knows? That also goes for some of the mods who are reluctant to play OTB. People know who I'm talking about, but yeah, not gonna mention any names. Before the pandemic, how many chess games actually got a dedicated broadcast? Not many. Not many. I'm not sure who was actually the first streamer to broadcast their OTB games on stream. Hello, Blue Boy. Welcome. Good. Okay, what time is it? Good. Well, good night. Probably night for you anyway, right? So, yeah. I definitely have beating a streamer OTB while streaming my list to do. That would be fun. You'd have to be really lucky though to get paired. I mean, imagine a tournament of 400 players and 8 streamers, right? So the odds, let's say that you know you have equal odds of playing everyone. That's not true, but let's assume it. That means your odds are 1 in 50, like 2% every round. So I guess the odds that you would play against a streamer are around, quick maths, 30%, 20-30% maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe that's correct. Yeah, so if you want to play against a streamer, go to Reykjavik, you have a good chance. What was the opening? We can go back and check the opening. There's not much action right now, so okay, let's go here. So the opening was a Caro-Kann. So Anna's opponent was playing the Caro-Kann, and if you remember the Discord, you can see that we were saying a little bit, you know, Anna was saying she's tried everything against the Caro, and her opponent might be afraid of that and deviate from the Caro, but it turns out that you know it's her main opening, so she went for it anyways, and Anna went for f3, the fantasy variation. This is the main line, e5, knight f3, bishop g4, and yeah, both players developing their pieces. Black plays this b5 move, which is definitely interesting. Gains a little bit of space on the queen side. And no. Oh god. Where can I... Okay, it says the com is a bit weird. Let me Let me find the exact position. I think we're here and here. Okay. Sorry for that. I'm still a noob in handling chess.com/events. But yeah, this is the current position, I think. 4 bishop c4 is the line. Yeah, I also think you play bishop c4 first. But don't you at some point play c3 anyway and support the pawn on d4? I think c3 is definitely a common move in the Caro. Because I've seen also some c3 queen b3 maneuvers in the fantasy, sorry. Yeah. She's got her familiar Italian setup of pieces. Actually, we could compare this to some sort of Italian, I guess. Although queen e1, queen h4 is not really a move you would do. Because the difference is that the f pawn is missing. So that means we have the open file. That also means we can make this clever maneuver. So Anna played queen to h4 here, and activating the queen, putting some pressure. Also keeping an eye on this bishop on g4. So if black takes the pawn on e4, then white obviously just takes the bishop and we're up a piece. So basically that's preventing, indirectly defending the pawn here, which is a common theme in the fantasy variation, is that black attacks these two central pawns in various ways, and white usually defends them by tactics. So queen h4 is one such tactic, I guess. Timely e takes d4 is also an opportunity for black. That is true. I'm not sure if it's any good now, because the problem here is that after ed and cd, oh, did I miss something? No, cd. We're constantly threading e5 here, and that is, yeah, that's probably already very good position for white. So e takes d4. I don't think it's a problem yet. It may be in the future. I actually do like, though, like if we could keep these two pawns. Let's say we play like bishop e3, knight d2, and bring the rook out. So hypothetically, a structure like this, right? Let's say that black somehow prevents e5. I'm making some bad moves probably, but just to illustrate something. Let's say that both players develop. Okay, I've definitely blundered stuff here, but my idea was to show that if you can put a rook on c1, you can stare down at this pawn on c6, and that is going to be a permanent weakness for black. If you make this trade of ed cd and open the c file, that pawn is definitely a weakness that you need to keep in mind. Okay, back to the game. Ignore my random moves. So here we are, and black to move. Looks like Andrea has already won their game. Oh, that's great for her. Who was she playing against? That's cool. Winning just over an hour. Yeah, that's really quick win. I mean, we are on move like 10 or something. Here, so queen h4 I would not play because bishop c1 is to go out first to play knight d2. That was also my first instinct. Like I also wanted to play bishop g5 earlier, but people in the chat pointed out that there were some ideas with h6. The bishop gets kicked out. It has to go back to h4, and then you can't play queen h4 at all. So maybe Anna wanted to play queen h4, and then she'll figure later whether bishop wants to go to g5 or to e3, or yeah, e3 is actually a good point, I would say. Okay. I think rook e8 should be considered after queen h4, says Apotrix. So rook e8 is definitely a move, yeah. If we think about like what move can black do, yeah, black has developed all 4 minor pieces. I would think the main two moves for black are, yeah, rook e8 makes sense, putting some extra pressure on this pawn. This pawn is actually a big weakness, I would say. Yeah, this the problem with rook e8 is you might be falling victim to some ideas like this. So maybe even here knight g5 deserves consideration for sure. So yeah, that knight g5 move is actually, I think it might be the best move here. Knight g5, and how do you defend? You definitely don't want to go like bishop e6, maybe bishop h5, but I'm not sure. Like there is g4 there, for instance. So rook e8 I would be a bit hesitant to play. I think black will probably go for queen c7 if I were to guess her move. The cow in chess.com Explorer has the name, and the result is like 10 wins for black, 2 draws, 0 wins for white. Oh no. I mean, you know, uh, even if it's a bad opening, getting your opening to the pantheon of chess.com openings is still quite a big achievement. Even if it's, you know, a terrible opening that's like -1 for white, but I mean, still, you know, you get to be cool because you say, I played the cow. What opening do you play? So, you know, it becomes an established term at some point. 5 30-second odds? I'm sorry. I can't control them, unfortunately. Knight g5, rook e7. Okay, so you want to still calculate this. Let's go. Okay, knight g5, rook e7. So just defending. Okay. That doesn't seem good. The computer really hates it. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, I see the problem. So knight takes f7, rook takes f7, bishop takes f7, king takes f7, queen takes g4. And white wins a piece. So you can't play that. We are actually, well, it's not a piece, we're actually up the exchange. But yeah, it's a cool concept, I would say, this rook e7, but it fails due to tactical reasons. But yeah, so it's a good suggestion. This kind of move, it does feel a little bit, you know, disorganizing your pieces. Yeah, you know, if my opponent played this move as black, I would immediately feel something is wrong with the position. Like it looks, you know, disconnecting this line. The rook is also vulnerable here. It's not really a light piece that protects f7, so we can take it. It looks yeah. In general, after rook e8, knight g5, I would say black has big problems. Like doesn't really know how to defend the pawn on f7. So rook e8, I think, is not really the move here. I think black should probably go like queen c7, or maybe even some other move like a5 might be an idea. Anna's opponent is thinking. She's been thinking for quite some time. But yeah. The evil right now is minus 0.6. Yeah, it's not really... I'm not really looking at the evil because it doesn't really matter, you know. What matters is what happens on the board. Both players are surely not going to play perfectly. So, hello Orange. Why do you say it's not valuable here? I do read YouTube chat, by the way. It might not seem like it, but I do read YouTube chat. Okay, let's see what the computer... Okay, I'm using a really bad computer, but let's see what it recommends. Yeah, The computer wants to play a5 here. So this idea of queenside expansion is maybe a good thing, because we're threatening to play a4 and kick this bishop out from this beautiful diagonal. Okay, of course white can play bishop c2, but the bishop there is far less active than it is on b3. So a5 definitely a move, and I'm assuming that white might need to go here with the move a4 and try to prevent that from happening. Of course, black can play then b4. It gets really complicated, I would say. Okay, the computer didn't like b4 that much. I guess because of c takes b4. Okay, so maybe not b4. Maybe you just keep the tension here. Just queen c7 or something. Yeah. Yeah, this a5 move is definitely a thing. a5 is the only way to explain b5 as well. I agree, yeah. Otherwise, you just have a pawn on b5 that does nothing. Old new vid. What are these commands, Blue Boy? That's interesting. New vid and old new vid, okay. Yeah, so a5 definitely move, queen c7 definitely move, connecting the rooks. And I don't see any other moves. I don't think it's we can't move this rook, as we said, rook e8. It's not really that great. Moving this rook wouldn't make that much sense either, because b8, c8, it's not really, it's just closed files. You don't really want to do. So the only moves that make sense to me here are a5 and queen c7, I think. Hallgerður will play one of these two moves. So yeah. Like how in the chess.com thing, it's still Anna-Maja's move. So that means Anna's opponent hasn't thought for 15 minutes yet. But I would bet it's like quite close to that already. And Anna's giving us a strange look here. I don't know why. What is it thinking? You can see the sun is also shining at both players' faces right now. Still early in Iceland, right? It's like 4. Here, unfortunately, the sun has already set. So I'm a bit jealous. What is that? Oh my god. Mods are trolling in the chat. What is that command, lol? Oh wow, you updated the time zone. Nice. Yeah. Here it's 6:20, so unfortunately no sun for me. I have to do with artificial lighting. Hello Alberto. Kalispera. Hello. The sun has run, yeah. Okay. We have our resident Grob expert in the chat. Yeah, let me mark these moves. Queen. Is 8-6 bad? 8-6 I don't like. And this is exactly what I was talking about, I think before you came here, that this is exactly a move a weaker player might make, you know, thinking that, you know, I'm defending against bishop g5. In general, the players in the, I would say 12 to 1400 range, they love these moves like a6, 8-6. They play these moves all the time. Usually these moves are bad because they're huge targets. So here I'm already threatening bishop takes a6. I think I might actually play. Let's see. Yeah, bishop takes a6, and I mean, I wouldn't want to be black in this position. Like, yeah, there's some threat of knight g5. The rook is here. The queen has access to the g6 square because of this pin. So you see how such move like that, such move can, one bad move can, break your entire position there. So yeah, h6 is definitely a weakening move. I wouldn't expect her opponent to consider it here. He is not wrong. He beat me the rook coach. I mean, I'm not. Blue Boy is an interesting player. He's very good at attacking. He sees like some really nice combinations, but he's not that great at defending. It's a bit strange. It's like he's like a 1900 in attacking with a 1200 in defending somehow. So yeah. It also shows how quickly white can create an attack with bishop b3. Exactly, yeah, this bishop is a really powerful piece on b3. And also a tip from me. Whenever black is, let's say you have similar position, right, as white, and black has played h6, another move to consider, except bishop h6, is if you can somehow take advantage of this square, because a lot of people, especially low-rated people, they do not realize that this square is unprotected after h6 because of this pin. So you may see, okay, again I will make some bad moves to illustrate something. So you may see this, I have seen this a lot in, sub battles and all this kind of games. So let's say the queen is on g3, bishop on h5, black plays like something like this, and black moves the bishop back to g6. So here, a lot of people in low rating range might not realize that white can just take and just win the piece, because black cannot take, because this is an illegal move. You just cannot do that. So that is another reason why h6 is a bad move. As we said earlier in the game when black played b5, we said that every pawn move cannot be taken back. So you need to be extra careful with pawn moves and the squares you leave behind when you do make those pawn moves. So yeah. The Kramnik emos, lol. Okay. Most young players are good at attacking and hate defending. That is true. I think the computer wants knight x e4. What? No way. I did check the computer earlier and it wanted a5. This blunders a piece, right? How does this not blunder a piece? Am I missing something? Or are you talking about a different position, DMD? I think the computer recommendation here was a5, by the way. Which is a logical move. I'm not sure why Hallgerdur is thinking for so long, but I think the chess.com position might have caught up with the actual board. So we're trying to will it to happen. Nice. Yeah, so that means that Anna actually has an hour and 2 minutes, and her opponent has 54 minutes at this point. So yeah, 53 minutes, because the chess.com board is on a 15-minute delay. She might be considering c5. I think a5 is a much more reasonable. Like, if you want to expand on the queen side, a5 is the way to go rather than c5. What's the problem with c5? Okay, so c5, first of all, it allows I don't know if that is good, but it potentially might allow a protected pass pawn for white. I don't think it's that great in this position because e4 is also quite weak. But yeah. But c5 also might run into. I mean, I might just take that also. And again, you have problems with the d5 square here. So c5 I wouldn't say is that great. Axel and Hammer have two different commentary styles. Hammer was just saying how Andrea is making clothing out of her. What? Okay, I don't know. When I was in Denmark, everyone was saying that Norwegians are weird. I don't know. Maybe that's true. Clothing out of her opponent's skin. What? And trying rationalizing the metaphor by saying Iceland is cold. Interesting. Okay. I mean, people will talk about many things when they are when you have to wait for so long for a move, right? I mean, we've been waiting for Black to make a move for like 20 minutes or so. So yeah, Norwegians are saying the same about Danes. I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should have like the top suggestions that we have said in the on the board as well, so that people can see at all times what is going on. You know. Welcome back, Jim Solder, by the way. Yeah. So Halliard is thinking for quite a lot of time. What move number are we in? Let me check real quick. We're in move number 11. Wow. I thought we're like. If you told me what move number we're in, I would say like 14 or something. I've already lost track of the game. So 11, yeah. So that means that Hallgerður will have to make 29 more moves in about 50 minutes. So some time travel incoming, I guess. Queen b6 instead of queen c7. Maybe. I don't hate queen b6. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, because bishop e3 is not really... The problem with bishop e3 is that I'm not really threatening anything, right? I'm not threatening d takes 5 because this bishop is unprotected. So... okay, maybe bishop e3 is what I will play anyway, but I need another move to actually be able to threaten something. So queen b6 might actually be a move here. Yeah. I would prefer my queen on c7 though. I think. Well, I can't see any drawback for the queen on c7. Let's check that a little bit. So queen here. Yeah, I don't know. Well, both moves seem good to me. Can't really say which one I would prefer. Queen c7, you know, makes sense with the bishop on d6, right? Because you kind of have a battery towards h2. But on the other hand, the queen is protecting this battery, so yeah. Don't know. Says that Come says the crumbling opening is a cow. I really want to check this game, but I don't dare to tab out of this page because then I will not know how to get back. I'm sorry, I'm not really used to this side that you can see on the bottom right on your stream. But yeah, I think the intended cow is you know, you play e3, d3, and then you put both knights here, right? I think that is the cow. What is Nordi's position like? Unfortunately, we don't know about that unless he comes on stream and tells us, or comes, you know, in front of Anna-Maja's board and, you know, he can do some dance like this if his position is good, or this if his position is bad. But otherwise, we don't really know because he's not on live board. Anna-Maja looks a bit different. She's streaming from a weird setup and commenting someone's game. Oh no. Wait, does that mean my setup is weird? What is weird about it? It's pretty normal, no? Is anyone speaking in the YouTube chat? Because I can't see it. Okay, I guess no one. YouTube chat is dead. Dead. All right. Too many trophies. I think I have like 2% of Anna-Maja's trophies. Like Anna-Maja has an entire room of trophies. I think. So yeah. I think Anna is contemplating life now. I mean, her opponent is really taking her time. Do I simul stream to Twitch and YouTube on my own channel? I don't have a YouTube channel, so no. And also, I don't stream that often anyway. Anna played the fantasy variation. True, yes. We are excited to ask her about her opening choice. So, those moments could be the most critical to take time. I would agree. I'm not really sure that position is critical though. Like, I think that you don't really have to calculate that much yet, and the position is quite open. So black is actually, the position will open up more. So black will need to do some concrete calculation later in the game. So as Anna-Maja supporter, I like that black is taking her time here rather than taking her time 5 moves later when it might be more important. So I wouldn't say the position is that critical yet. So engine since black is slightly better. Yeah, I mean, okay. Don't really care about the engine. Yeah, this knight's... Yeah, I mean, someone in chat suggested rookie 8, and I was like, yeah, this is probably not so good. I mean, speaking as a 1950 player, or well, 1940 something, I probably would play Queen C7 here, or something. That is Lula Robes, yes. And by the way, PMD, I didn't respond to your earlier comment. Anna's opponent's time is actually 15 minutes lower than what is shown on the stream because the board is delayed. The clocks are delayed. The clocks are delayed, yeah, which is because of the broadcast delay. Hello, Charku. Long time no see. Hello. Guys, Charku gained a lot of rating in the past month. Like 70, 80 points, I believe. But yeah, welcome. What do you think about this position? Queen c7, knight g5. Now you could panic because h6 loses to knight f7. Okay, let's put that on the board. Queen c7, knight g5. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, it's, yeah, of course. Okay, but black's not gonna blunder this. This blunders a piece, right? Okay. We already looked over this tactic earlier. Yeah, okay. Black will have to respond to the threat of dropping a piece. Not sure how though. Let's see. Because yeah, I mean King h8 also looks very bad. How does black respond here? It's a good question. Okay. Surely you don't want to play bishop e6. I guess you probably want to move this guy so that the queen would protect. How bad is that? Oh, that also... Yeah, that blunders rook f6, obviously. Yeah. So this knight can't move. Okay, so how to play here? Let's see. The problem is that after, let's say, bishop h5, I think there's g4 or something. Oh no, that doesn't work. Wow, so bishop h5 is actually a good move. Interesting. That looks very weird. Okay, so bishop h5, g4. How does black win here? What am I missing? Now h6? Could be. No. No, because I still, yeah. No, this cannot be good. How does black win? Is it just... Is it just here? No, because here, okay, you still have the same tactic, right? Knight f7. Maybe knight takes? I don't know, knight takes, queen h5, so... g4, g6? I don't know. ed? Maybe. But no, ed just gh. Yeah, I guess, yeah, just back. And you protect... Yeah, I guess that is the move. And you protect h7 as well as f7. Yeah, I kind of panicked here, because I was like, wait, what? But yeah, you can just go back, obviously. So maybe after bishop h5, knight h7. That is interesting. And then I guess knight h7. You want to play here. And now there is a triple attack on f7. But black can just go back. But now you have some ideas like rook of rook is 3, I guess. Yeah, this is a fascinating position. It's actually a lot more tactical than I thought. Okay. So maybe that is why black is thinking so much. Okay, let's go back here again. So queen c7, you're saying, wait, this is the wrong position, surely. Forget to play some moves. No, okay, this is the correct position. So queen c7, we say knight g5, and now black has to think. Yeah, e takes d4. I think we're too slow here. I don't think you can afford to play that. Because again, I'm still gonna play here, and again, you cannot take back here. So what are you doing really? Okay, so see, okay, so she played queen b6. Queen b6 is the move. So maybe that is directed a little bit against this knight g5 idea. Because now there will be some ideas like that. Yeah, you definitely have to consider this knight g5. I only thought this was a thing after black played rook e8. So I saw that, but I didn't see that you can do it anyway. And yeah, you're still threatening this, obviously. So yeah, queen b6 though played. So queen b6 putting some pressure on the diagonal, and she also gets away from the board. I mean, it makes sense. It's down to about 40 minutes, right? So yeah, it makes sense. He wants to get, you know, some refreshments or something, because the position is about to get very tactical. So what do we play here? Now, earlier we were considering this move. I suggested the move bishop e3, just blunting the diagonal and you know, just trying to complete the development. Knight bd2, rook e1. This is how I would probably play, because I like to have all pieces developed. Now this of course is not very ambitious, because okay, first of all, as I said, we are not really threatening to play d5 or d takes e5, because this bishop is unprotected. But on the other hand, black can maybe try and and put some pressure on the queen side with a5, a4, and that would really ruin our setup. For instance, knight bd2, a4, you already have to go back to c2. But okay, maybe this is still a plan, I would say. I don't think this position is that terrible for white. I'm a bit surprised that Anna has not returned to the board. I don't. Maybe she's checking how other people from the community are doing. Yeah. So yeah, no, that does not force the queen back because, as I said, yeah, we're not yet threatening anything. But maybe black will eventually, after we play rook e1 and all, eventually be forced to move back, which is why I would have put my queen on c7 in the first place. But as James always said, knight c5 is a very dangerous idea. So that brings the question, which is the next thing that we must calculate, and I'm sure that Anna will calculate this move, is what happens now if we go here, this knight g5. Does this work? And if no, why? Okay, the computer hates it. I am assuming the computer doesn't really want to leave this pawn. So he takes d4, knight takes f7. This looks quite crazy. You give a check here, probably, right? I mean, we can take this guy with check, or even go d3 with check. Let's say we take this guy with check. King h1, and now you have an extra move to stop. Black stuff. I'm not really seeing why would this be bad. Maybe you just sacrifice the piece. Okay, Anna is back. It's good. So rook f7 here, bishop f7, king f7, queen g4. And maybe black is just claiming that, you know what, there is enough compensation for me. I mean, how many pawns does black have here? Well, he has one. So we have one pawn for the exchange. Yeah, maybe, you can start kicking white queen or something. But this looks like, you should be really careful here. I mean, already I can play here, for instance. And on g6, queen h7, that looks winning for white. So, yeah, black still has to be careful here. So maybe it's not d takes with check. It's maybe d3. It's also a move to consider. Maybe you can just keep the tension and go here, 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 and now black can choose what to do, which is also, yeah. The game is pretty crazy. Hello, Matthew. Welcome. The game is pretty crazy. I'm a bit lost in calculations. I mean, black calculated for about 25 minutes here in this position, and found them. Wait, hello. Okay, and found the move queen to b6, and yeah, we're looking at various options. I would say the game is still balanced. I would say both players still have a lot of chances, and yeah, I mean, it's still anyone's game, I would say. I do like white's position, but the computer doesn't really agree with me. The computer thinks, okay, computer also says about plus 0.4, but yeah, I wouldn't say that white has any, very big advantage here. Just a little bit better developed pieces, I would say. I like the pressure on the king side. The open f file. This bishop is pressuring down. The queen is looking at a lot of kingside squares. The rook is open. The knight is about to hop into g5. The bishop can go to e3. I do like, but there are a lot of complicated variations. We were looking a bit at what we were looking a bit at the move knight g5, which looks very interesting, but it's very double-edged because we are threatening to make an attack on f7, but also d4 is weakened by this move, so black might not be able to go after opponent d4. Bishop e3 was my first thought as well, yeah. If I were white, I would play it safe here and go just bishop e3. Bishop e3, knight d2, rook e1. Try to get all my pieces into the game and go from there. But if we want to go for big complications, no, there is something more to that move. The problem is the bishop on g4 is hanging in the end. So let's say that black makes a random move here like h6, trying to kick our knight. Knight f7, rook f7, bishop f7, king f7, and now queen takes g4. And white is up an exchange. And we're also threatening to take on d7 here. So that is our threat. But black doesn't, of course, have to play h6. Black can do other moves, and we're looking a little bit at e takes d4 here for black. And yeah, after knight takes f7, what is gonna happen? Like rook f7, bishop f7, king f7, queen g4. This kind of position. Now black is up the exchange. White is up the exchange, but black has a lot of play here in the center. Actually, black can just move the king, I think. Here. Maybe not there. Maybe king e7 drops this pawn. I wonder what the best move for black is here. Maybe some check. I don't know. Black has a lot of moves here. This position definitely needs to be considered, I would say. Yeah, d takes c3 is check, but okay, white just moves the king away, and it's your move again. And I'm threatening this guy. I'm threatening this check. I do think white is actually quite a bit better. The computer agrees. The computer says +1. I do like white here. So it must be a different move here, because here the computer thinks black is actually doing okay. Have I missed something, perhaps? Maybe some bishop h5 idea. No, it's white to move here. Wait. Yeah, no, white just takes. Yeah, I cannot see how that move would be bad. Maybe it's just. Why does it keep doing that? Maybe it's just good. I don't know. But yeah, knight g5 is definitely a move to consider here. But if you want to play it slow, you would play like bishop e3, knight bd2, rook e1, and all these slow moves. But in general, very interesting position. I think we're gonna be here for quite a while. So yeah. You are confused. Why are you confused? I mean, this position is quite complicated, so yeah. You have to take the... Okay, let's go back into this line. Knight g5. We said ed. Bishop f7. Or is the computer like king h8? Actually, king... Yeah, if you go here... that is definitely a move. You have to take with the knight. That's what I thought. Did I take with the bishop? That was a mistake if I took with the bishop. Rook f7. And now just bishop f7, right? And ooh, maybe, yeah, this is something I missed. Ooh, you're right, Matthew. Yeah, here you can actually go king h8. I'm not sure how good it is. I don't think it's, maybe, You can actually go king h8. You see, this is the type of moves I always miss in classical chess. Like when I'm calculating, I would completely miss this move and probably lose because of it. Yeah, king h8, wow. Very nice. Very nice, yeah. Because obviously this is just a trade, so you don't have to take on f7 because that would drop a piece anyway. So you can just go king h8. And now it's the same position, so white still has an extra exchange. But black has a lot of threats now. Black has d takes c4 threat, and the king is much safer then it would be on f7. So that's actually a really good move. King 8, king h8, yeah. King h8, and then you can bring the rook on f8, and black is actually perfectly fine. So that's probably why the computer doesn't like knight g5. Okay, so with all my mumbling about moves, I missed that Anna made a move. So okay, let's go back, and bishop e3 was the move played, I think. So Anna has developed her bishop, and is choosing to keep the tension in the position. And I think that is always a good idea when you're playing somebody lower rated. You want to keep the tension in the position. Don't make so many forced moves. That your opponent has probably calculated, and especially if your opponent is also quite low on time. And you can see Anna's opponents probably, the clocks are not live, the clocks are delayed, but Anna's opponents probably at about 35 to 40 minutes, I would say, and Anna has about 55 to 60. So just keep the tension in the position, force your opponent to think a little bit more, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a good move. I mean, developing a piece can never be bad, right? That is what I always say. Like, if you don't know what to do, just make a development move that seems natural, like, and doesn't blunder anything. It might look like this is not doing much because we cannot play d5 or de right now because our bishop is hanging, but once we protect the bishop, possibly with a rook from e1, we will actually have these threats, and black will may be forced to spend a move on relocating the queen back to c7, or doing something else to defend against this discovery. So potentially it might also win a tempo for us. Yeah, or king h1, although not sure why would you go king h1 here instead of developing your pieces. I mean, maybe it is an idea. No, your bishop is still gonna be hanging. Maybe it is an idea to play king h1. It must not be that terrible. But I would probably go developing the knight and developing the rook here. Okay, so black makes a move, and his opponent makes a move. Bishop h5. So trying to defend f7. Maybe she is afraid of all these knight g5 ideas, and wants the bishop to be redeployed back on g6, so that there are not any tactics with bishop g5. But yeah, Sim Solver said that does look slow, and also it doesn't really do like that much good for black's position. Okay, sure, it defends against a threat, but as people say, the threat is stronger than the execution. Black is losing time to respond to a threat that we didn't even make. So we just developed a piece. Black is responding to some threat, and now we can just continue, I would say, with development. Knight bd2, and if black goes like bishop g6, seemingly attacking here, we can already, I think, go with rook e1, and I think white has an amazing position here. Like, white is definitely better here. The point of this fantasy variation is to keep these pawns at the center intact on e4 and d4. White has succeeded in that, and now there are some threats of d5, de5, perhaps even some bishop g5, perhaps some other ideas. I don't know. This maneuver, okay, it safeguards the f7 square, but white gets enough time to complete development. So knight bd2, I think, is a good move here. Can we think about anything else? Try to immediately play some moves. Why not king h1, says Charco? Okay, let's think about king h1. So king h1 tries to create some threats immediately, right? Tries to go. Yeah, that's the move Matthew suggested as well. I'm not sure I like that because it still leaves the bishop undefended, but I guess if the tactics work, then I have nothing to say. So for instance, if black plays bishop g6, I guess you guys want to take here, right? So d takes e5. And now if black takes the bishop, we can probably take either the bishop or the knight. I would probably take the bishop here, unless there are some tactics that support taking the knight. But yeah, taking the if you have e5, yeah. So oh yeah. So look at that. So yeah, if black goes here, then e5 wins a piece. So actually taking the knight might be a better idea. And now if black is forced to take with a pawn, that's probably not so good, right? So black has quite a weakened pawn structure here. On the other hand, we don't have a dark squared bishop, so it's not clear to me how we're gonna attack. But it definitely looks like a good position. Okay. It is winning, says DM Solver. This position is winning? Really? Okay, it's plus 0.9 according to the engine. It does look better for white. Okay, I would say white is. I would agree with the engine here. I would say white is better, but I don't really see. I don't really see the winning move. Okay, how does maybe at GM level is winning? I don't know. Okay, so after queen b6, bishop. Okay, again, board is making some weird things. Bishop e3, bishop h5, knight bd2. Knight bd2 was played. So Anna is going for some, just completing her development, not really going for some crazy tactics. Sure, king h1 was a consideration. I do like this position though. I don't, yeah. Happy Stuart, thank you for the resale for 6 months. Thank you very much. Yeah, king h1 was a nice move though. I like it's it's typical Charco move, putting tactics in the position, spicing it up. Maybe it would have been a good idea for Anna. I don't know. I like it. I didn't consider this move. I mean, this is the position where if I had this position, I would play knight bd2 instantly. And not really calculate that much. I mean, it looks like a natural move. It can't be a blunder. So just put pressure on your opponent, and maybe they will make a move that looks like a mistake, and then I will calculate. That's usually how I play chess. Maybe not so great as you can see from my rating, but okay. Okay, bishop g6 as expected, and yeah, and we said that rook a to e1 is a natural way. I'm not sure if there is maybe something else here as well, but yeah, I would. That's also a move I would make pretty instantly. So yeah, I do like how the game is transpiring so far. I think black maybe had some ideas with a5, a4 earlier on that she didn't take advantage of. And now Anna is probably better. Does knight g5 ideas work? Probably not, because the whole point of this bishop h5 g6 maneuver was to not allow knight g5 ideas, right? So if you went still for knight g5, I don't think it's gonna work. Although sometimes in tactics, strange things happen, and when the opponent tries to overprotect a square, you can still sack on this square. But I don't think this is one of these positions. Yeah. Yeah, people on. I'm sorry for not checking YouTube chat. Sorry, I'm returning now. Yeah, king h1 ed. I guess cd is what you meant. So that we don't have the threat. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah. Matthew says queen g5. Matthew, you are not paying attention to the stream. What did we say earlier? We said that after h6, maybe you were not here, but we said that after h6, a lot of low-rated players forget that this is a thing, and and this piece is hanging. So you can't go here. You can h6 in general is a bad move. In any of these positions where white has a bishop on b3, pinning the pawn to the king, you don't want to play h6 for many reasons. It weakens the h6 square. It weakens the g6 square. Yeah. Queen g5 is good. I mean, why would you play queen g? Oh, you want... Okay, I see what you want to do. You want to support this bishop with a queen and then threaten some d takes e5, right? Yeah, okay. The problem is you're hanging this pawn as well. So I'm thinking if black can play knight takes e4 here. Probably not, right? But I was thinking some like knight e4, bishop e4, d5, and bishop c5 maybe. But then you have like some e6 idea. I don't know. Maybe it is actually good. Okay, queen g5, let me think. I mean, the thing is you don't really threaten anything else. So I can just move the queen back. Like last resort, right? I can just go back. You're not really threatening to do much here. Like your queen is in the way of your other pieces. I would say, yeah, and now black is the one threatening e takes d4 and some ideas maybe on h2. And also the e4 pawn is unprotected. So queen g5 is probably... yeah, it makes some threats, but these threats can be easily countered, I would say. Yeah, maybe your best move here is queen h4 already. Yeah, it is kind of a one-move threat. Also, I don't see a reason not to bring our last piece into the game, right? So before moving your pieces from developed positions to perhaps better developed positions, it's good to bring the pieces that are not yet developed in the game, right? So that's why I would think like rook e1 is a good move. What else could be considered here? I mean, I do like the idea though. Like I appreciate that you try to find a clever way to take advantage of this diagonal and to take advantage of the pressure on e5. It's just that it's in this particular position black has wins itself. So it's not a bad thing that you consider this move. I think it's a good thing. Because in another position, it might have been the best move as well. So. Yeah. Charco is saying, one move threats are the essence of Blitz, which is the essence of chess. Okay. I mean, this game might become a Blitz game soon, with the way both players are heading into time trouble. This is still move 13 or so. So, yeah, we're just out of the opening, and players are already running their clock down. So Anna Kramling has sacrificed 2 pieces and she's down 2 pieces. That sounds like a typical explanation of my games as well. But okay, not much you can do when you're playing against a GM, right? I mean, Anna Kramling loves to sacrifice. Like, yeah, if there is a sack, even if it's unsound, she would go for it. In Blitz, surely Anna has the upper hand. I mean, Anna is very experienced in this mutual time scramble positions. So yeah, if both players go down to 5 minutes, let's say, I would say that I would bet on Anna winning. Especially because she also has a good position. Yeah, I guess to check the live to check the position of a streamer, you'd probably have to go to their stream because chess.com boards are delayed by 15 minutes because of some anti-cheating measures, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Bro, how are you commentating and also playing in the tournament against Anna Cromling? You look identical. Oh no. That's something I've never heard before. So who is Anna's opponent? Some GM, right? So I guess thank you for the compliment that I'm not a GM. Actually, can I check like what is the live position in the chess.com board? Let's see. Uh, yeah, I don't think we can check that unless I do refresh the page, right? Yeah. All right, Platon Galperin. Yeah, yeah, I know this guy. So I look like against this guy. Okay, interesting. Also a Greek because his name Platon. Nice. Not the GM yet. I mean, I have quite a long way. I don't know. I'm getting old. I wouldn't say it's that possible, but we'll see. That's a nice dress that her opponent has. You can't see it because I'm covering her right now, but looks nice. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm old and washed up. How dare you say you're old? I mean, that's because you don't go to chess tournaments, Charco. If you went there and you realize that you're one of the oldest people playing, then you might feel old as well. Alberta typing with Greek letters. Alberta, that is not a word though. I don't know who taught you that, but that's not how you spell that. It means my love, but the last letter is wrong. Zach the chess nerd is here. Yes, Zach is playing. Zach is playing actually against prodigy from China, Lu Miaoyi, who is also among the highest rated women in the tournament. So, yeah. So Zach is gonna have a tough game. I don't know how his game is going, but I'm sure his game is interesting. Not Lu Miaoyi. Who is he playing? Who is he playing? No, is he playing someone else? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I mixed up the people. Yeah, I think Mubot has a thing against Alberto, but not against Mafia for some reason. Maybe because Mafia is a sub or something. I don't know. So Anna's calculating something, judging by her body language. This is well, I will not make any comments. Imagine if you were able to predict the move based on where the opponent is looking or something. Hello, checkers. Welcome to the stream. Wait, what? I didn't make any weird comment. But Anna is also probably getting a bit low on time, I would say. So we're in for a crazy one, I think. I wonder what she is thinking about. Like, why would you not automatically play Rook E1 here and you would play something else? What other move can we consider? Let's see. King H1 is still maybe a thing. But if we play King H1 now, I don't know why we didn't play it later, earlier. Sorry, not later. I mean, for me, this is very automatic Rook E1. I'm so like focused on Rook E1 that I can't even consider any other move right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna like try try and see what else is possible. Maybe A4. It's kind of weird though. Like, why would you play random A4? Oh, A4. People are saying A4. Okay, interesting. You were thinking C4. Yeah, I was also thinking about Queen H3. So Queen H3 is quite a sneaky move because you're keeping an eye on this guy. And you also want to protect this guy, and you have some ideas of knight h4, which threatens maybe knight f5. So queen h3 is a yeah, exactly, as Jim Solve is also pointing out. So this idea is actually maybe worth playing. So knight, yeah, queen h3 and knight h4, knight f5, nice. Okay, so here we have to calculate though, right? So maybe that is what Anna is doing right now. So queen h3. We don't even have to calculate because black cannot take on e4 because this knight is hanging. So in the beginning I was like, this looks like it sacrifices a pawn, but it doesn't even, because okay, if this, then you just take the piece. So this doesn't work. So what does black do here after queen h3? I don't think black can actually do much. Like, maybe you can try and defend this knight, right? So play something like queen c7, and then after knight h4, try and play... I wanted to play here actually, but that looks like we're gonna lose here something. It looks very suspicious. Can this be refuted immediately? Interesting though. Yeah, maybe there is some rook f7 and then rook f1 tactic. I don't know. Anyway, that was an interesting idea, I think, the queen h3 idea. But it didn't happen. So instead, Anna took all this time and in the end played the normal move, rook e1. Which is interesting because, you know, I'm sure that if this was a blitz game, Anna would have played rook e1 in 3 seconds. But instead she wasted 15 minutes to calculate something else, then didn't play it. Probably didn't like the position, and played rook rook e1 instead. But okay, this is definitely a finding. This is definitely a fine move, right? There is nothing that can go wrong. Like, white is definitely has the upper hand here, and yeah. Like, the computer actually doesn't really like this. Computer is saying Okay, I don't know if you can. Let me make this slightly bigger. Oh, you still cannot see it. Well, the computer is saying minus 0.1 in any case. But I actually like white. I actually like white. Says played commentators move, not sure if I'm happy about it. Oh no, no, no. This is my reaction. I mean, when Anna starts playing like me and the computer doesn't like it, that is probably not so good. Yeah, this Queen S3 actually was really nice. Right. This Queen S3 was a really clever move. Because I don't see what black can do against knight h4. But okay, we can definitely play it later, right? I mean, it's not it's not it's not like you can not play. I'm not sure. Like black, does black have done for a5 here? I don't think it does, right? I mean, if you go here, yeah, this is GG. So black has to protect against this threat of d takes e5. So finally we are threatening here. So black probably has to make some concession. Maybe queen c7. I mean, I wanted to put the queen on c7 since move 10 or so. I was saying that queen b6 is bad because of exactly this position, and then black would be forced to go back. And now we have exactly the position that I said. But maybe I've missed something, and black is actually fine here, because again the computer does like black. But how to get out of this threat? I mean, queen c7 is the move I would play. Maybe queen b8 even. Although that seems a bit strange because it disconnects the rooks. I mean, you can even go back to d8 or something. But yeah, that looks very passive. Also, you're potentially engaging in jumping. But I've seen Caro-Kann players making some moves. Of course, yeah. White can also, okay, taking on d4. It looks kind of strange to me. I don't know, because now, okay, we will probably take back. We can even take back with a knight, in fact. So here there are two moves to consider. First one is taking with a pawn, which we're threatening e5 and we're also threatening d5. So, and white has to be much better here. And the other one is just taking, like, even with a bishop you can take. Maybe the knight is also possible. But yeah, even with a bishop, just immediately going after the queen. So ed is definitely a consideration. I don't think it's that great. c5 needs to be checked. c5 is another way we can try to get rid of the problems. Yeah. Now white can definitely play here d5, which creates a passed pawn, and that is a long-term strength. On the other hand, it does give black some ideas of c4 later on, which will, like, this bishop on b3 is a really great piece, and I'm not sure we want to block it like this with d5. So maybe something else in response to c5. I wouldn't really want to play d5 here in this position. But this raises the question of what else, right? So yeah, exactly. The bishop d6 is also a great piece. But what else? What else? Can we just keep? And if we keep, if we keep the tension, let's say we play a random move, right, like king h1, then black can maybe play c4 and still blunder bishop. But look, here we have de, so no, you can't do that. You can't yet play c4. So maybe that actually would make sense to play. Just play a useful move like king h1, or even something better, some threatening move even. I don't know. Because D I also don't like. D I feel like black gets a nice blockade here. There are some sacks maybe but there are no sacks now because black is defending with 2 pieces. So sacks don't work, and I think black has a nice position here. So c5 is definitely an interesting move. To consider. What useful move could we play that is better than king h1? Okay. Okay, she played queen c7. That's the move I expected her to play. I mean, okay, you can say that as a similarly rated player, I know how 1900s think. But yeah, c5 was definitely interesting. And yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe a4 or something. Wouldn't really know. The thing is, black can't play c4 yet, so maybe we can. But this position is definitely more complicated than what happened in the game, which is queen to c7. Right? Not queen d8, right? Queen c7. Okay. But this basically admits that that queen b6 was not the best move, because you wasted 2 moves and you brought your queen where it would have been placed anyway. So I would say that white should now be slightly better, and of course that's still, you know, black is still very solid, and white is the one who needs to find a way to break through here, to break through the defenses. And okay, now the first thing. Okay, now we have developed every piece, right? Quickly dropping by update, please. Hello, Blue Boy. Well, as you can see, both players have developed all their pieces. I would say the position is still about equal. I would say white is maybe a tad better. And time-wise, I would say both players about on 30 minutes, give or take. So we have the whole game ahead of us, basically. The Kramnik emote is fun. I wonder what would happen if Kramnik made a Twitch stream and raided us or something. That would be fun, right? And saw all these emotes. Anyway, so what is black? How can we continue our attack? Let's see. So for instance, if we tried now GM Solver's earlier suggestion with queen h3, now the difference is that this knight is defended. So black might actually try to take on e4, although I'm not so sure that is a good move, because let's say here, that probably hangs something, right? Let me think. Yeah, that probably is bad because of here, and I want to say knight g5, but there's bishop g6. But that, yeah, I think that wins. So knight g5, bishop g6, and I think rook takes f7 is winning. Yeah, I think that is winning move. Black cannot play here because check, and after this move we have this, and we win everything. Yeah, this is checkmate. I'm probably missing some easier checkmate, but worst case we can just take the rook in the corner, and white is winning. So yeah, so this doesn't work. So black still cannot take on e4. So queen h3 actually might be a decent move still. The plan, as we said earlier, is to go knight h4 and knight f5. Yeah, rook takes f7. So is a nice line. I probably wouldn't have seen it without the evil bar, but yeah. Okay, no, maybe I would have seen it again. I mean, I saw it in 1 second. So, but yeah, black cannot take on e4. So queen h3 is definitely interesting. Do I have engine lines on? Well, I do have the first line, but I'm not looking at it because it's I have to move the thing too. Yeah, so now you can see it. And this is also Stockfish 11 light, as you can see, so not very useful. So, wait, no, I played a move already. But yeah, Queen S3 is definitely interesting. As a move, I would say. I don't really want to check the engine, because then I will just repeat engine lines. I mean, I know that there are people in chat who say engine lines anyway, so I prefer not to be, you know, an engine Andy. I can turn lines off. Yeah, I guess. Let me do that actually. Does white have any ambitions on the queen side? It says Siva on YouTube. I would say no, really, because you know usually you want to play where in the side that your pawns are pointing towards, right? So white probably wants to play on the king side in this position, and black probably is the one who wants to play in the queen side. Actually, black is the one who has this plan on a5 or a4. Ooh, what did Anna play? She played, I think she played bishop g5. Okay, that's a move I wasn't considering. Ring is pushing against Jim Stephenson. Nice. That's really nice. I mean, Ring is a very strong player. Like if he gets his prep correct, he's really strong at tactics, I think. So. Is there anyone else we can recognize? So you can see Dina is just above Anna's opponent's head with the blonde hair. And you can also see Lula, who is just above Anna-Maja. Yeah, we're in the red shirt. So bishop g5 played. Yeah, I guess it makes sense now that the queen is no longer on b6. We are putting our bishop in a more active square. We don't really need to protect this diagonal anymore, and we also have no threat. So bishop g5 might be a nice way to build up the attack. It's also putting some pressure on this knight on f6, and exactly as Max is also saying. And we're still keeping our options open. Like if we want to move our queen and go for knight h4, knight f5. Also, that would open up the rook towards f6. That's also important. Maybe even a knight move somewhere else could be considered, right? I'm seeing maybe this move might have some merit in the future, like something like knight x e5, and if bishop takes, somehow maybe we can take advantage of the attackers on f6. That is also potentially a plan. Yeah, I like this move actually. Yeah, it makes sense. Now that the queen left b6, we go bishop g5 and continue the attack. So let's say that black makes a normal move like a5, right? Black's, as we said, black's play is on the queen side. I don't really know why Hallgerður has not pushed this pawn at all in this game. Like she played b5 very early, but she hasn't played a5 yet, so yeah, I'm not sure, but okay, let's say that black plays the move a5. How can we continue the attack? Like the important thing for me here is, does this move work? Can we take on e5? If we can, then this is probably a really good move, because that also opens up the rook towards the bishop. But black probably just take with the bishop and take with the queen, right? And all the pressure is yeah, there are still enough defenders on f5, although I still like white after knight f3. I think our position is still pretty nice. Is Greek yogurt in Greece just called yogurt? Yes. We don't really have any other type here. Nordi has been spotted doing laps of the hall. No, he's not. He's not wearing red, I think. Yeah. Is Greek salad in Greece just called salad? No, it's called choriatiki, which means it means village salad, basically. So yeah, bishop. Wait, sorry. Bishop g5 is the move. Okay, now chat is trolling. I will not respond anymore. It's Greek gift in Greece is called a gift. How to say hello? Hello is just yeah. So you just say yeah. Is Greek salad a salad with olives? No, it's salad with tomato, cucumber, green pepper, onions, and feta cheese. And olive oil, obviously. Yeah, yes. So it's like saying yes in German or Dutch or Danish, I think. We want Anna-Maja to win this. Yes, let's go. Let's go. First round. It's really important, I think, to start with a win. It sets your mood right for the tournament, and it's always nice, you know, to see, you know, I can beat at least 1950, and yeah. Can I pronounce gyros? Yes, gyros, gyros. Or me in Polish. Oh, me in Polish is ja. Nice. How do we say yes in Greek? Blue boy, are you trolling? Blue boy, yes in Greek is like no in Dutch, so it's ne. And ochi is no. But I will stop pronouncing Greek words. Let's focus on the test, guys. Anna is sneakily looking at us. You see, Anna has suspected that you guys are not behaving, so she's looking at us. It's like, chat, don't be weird. Yes is no, that must get confusing during dates. I guess, yeah. Imagine. No, okay, it's okay, Blue. Okay, I mean, we're just waiting for moves. I mean, the whole thing with the delayed clocks is kind of weird because I've kind of lost track of time as well. Like, I'd assume Black has about 20 minutes, so yeah. How is bishop pronounced in Greek? That's a very long word that we have. So usually bishop the official name is axiomatikos, which means officer. But in chess player slangs, we just use the French word, which is fou. So yeah, we just say fou. Yeah, fou alpha dio would be bishop a2, for instance. Are you Anna's student making you plot to do her circles? No, I'm not. I'm not Anna's student. Although I am learning from Anna in a way. So I'm learning as you all guys are learning from her streams. So yeah. Not full. It's a French word, I think. Greek chess slang has a lot of French words, I think. Okay, Black is thinking here. I would say a5 is a normal move here. I am not so sure why black is taking so much time every move. Is there some hidden thread that I'm missing? Okay, let's try and calculate because you guys are distracting me. White is white threatening. So if we play if we play if we play move like a5, what is white gonna do next? So we said I said 95, but 95 is not so convincing. So maybe something else. I still like the move queen h3. Maybe okay. Worst case we can always go a4 here and just uh, stop our opponent from playing a4, which I think is yeah. It's also yeah. It's in the spirit of the position, right? You want to stop the queenside play and go for kingside play. Jim Solver though is not convinced my a4. He wants to play more tactically. He wants to play d. Okay. So d5. What is the idea though? Because can I just take with the bishop? Doesn't this just transpose to the line we said? So after knight e5, queen e5, and we said okay, white is maybe slightly better here after knight f3, but yeah, it's not like we're winning, right? I mean, e5 is well supported. Black can give a check, king h1, and then maybe knight e5 is not possible. Wait, I just realized knight e5 is not possible because of bishop f6. So maybe Jim Solver is up to something here. So what would white do here? Move the knight away like knight e8? That looks very strange. Maybe rook e8. But then e5. No, don't. Do you have e5? I think you might. Yeah, e5. That is yeah, that is definitely a consideration. I looked at this. I looked at this via this move order. I thought this was like more accurate, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Because that also opens immediately the rook. Yeah, d5 is definitely a move. Or knight e5, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm probably going to need to take a little break because my phone is dying and I need to be able to see YouTube chat. So I will be right back. I'll bring a charger or something and yeah, and just charge my phone because it's on 5%. So yeah, hopefully we have a move until then. Anna's opponent is getting low on time. So okay, be right back in like 1 minute. I'll just leave it here so you can see the borders. You can see the board as well. Yeah. Be right back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Oh, shoot! I realized. Okay, that's funny. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I realized I've run out of USB ports. Okay. Well, let me figure a solution to that. put it better either. Okay, I will have to not look at YouTube chat for a while. Oh, am I missing all the action? Oh no. I'm sorry for the little break, guys. What happened? Can someone fill me in on the moves? I see black moved h6. Really? Did she play h6? It does look like she did. Yeah, a5 is not has not been played. Move back the a pawn. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, black didn't play a5. Black played, I think, h6, right? It does look like that, yeah. And it's white to move. White hasn't played a move. And h6 looks like a blunder. Ooh. See the evil jumping up. Can we take that? Okay, it's h6 looks h6 looks very weakening. Like all the game I've been saying that h6 is a bad move. Yeah, bishop takes h6. I think you can play that because the thing is g6 is hanging, right? So g6 is hanging, and it's very hard for black to defend here. And also notice that our rooks are also coming very quickly into the attack. This knight is also coming very quickly. I think bishop takes h6 is just really good. I don't really see long term how black defends here. In fact, even short term, how do you defend the bishop? Like, you can't put anything on this diagonal. You can't move the king. If you play something like bishop h5, h7, then knight g5 is GG. And Anna takes on h6. So this is the live position, guys. Bishop h6, and yeah, this is getting really exciting. Also, Halierdo's experiences is like OMG I blundered. Yes, she's probably realizing now that, oh yeah, but I don't really understand this move h6. Like, the entire stream I'm saying how h6 is bad, and yeah, she just goes ahead and does it anyway. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. She doesn't have to take the bishop. That is true, yeah. But if she doesn't take the bishop, she's just down a pawn. So that is still really good. At least that makes me feel good about my chess. Like, I might be also 1900, but I don't think I would play h6 in that position. I'd probably go a5, if anything. Paid actress? Nah. It's just that 1900s are bad at chess. So yeah, and I like that Anna immediately took on h6. You know. Second truth is that if you will play 1950, they will never blunder against you. It's more like I would also blunder against them. I don't know. Yeah, I like the speed, you know, of bishop h6. Because you're really putting the pressure on black's probably really low on time. So yeah. There's an Anna-Maja about a year ago that would think for 20 minutes about taking an h6. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say that's 100% true, but I really like the speed that she plays that immediately. She's very confident. She's like, I, your move is bad. I have seen it from before that you cannot play h6 because obviously, right, when you play a move like bishop g5, because remember, Anna played bishop e3 to g5 here. When you play that, one of the first things you think about is what happens if my opponent kicks me away, right? So you would think about the move h6 here, and she would have probably pre-calculated that I can just take, and yeah. So that's she had already seen this from before. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. I need to yeet that command. No, Bugs. If you remove the command, we will report you to Anna. She's much more confident than she was in her recent OTB. That's okay. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, it makes sense, right? When you've studied all this stuff, it makes sense to be confident. And okay, I mean, his confidence is just a better player, I say. Actually, as good as at explaining things. Thank you. Probably not that good at streaming. I just realized. Okay, I'll take a quick break to the other side of the room to see if YouTube chat is excited about it. As well, because I feel kind of bad about ignoring them, right? Okay, they aren't saying anything, so yeah, I don't know. They just like what's the thing, right? When I watch on YouTube, even when I watch live streams, right, I put it oh, g8 happened. Yeah, I see a queen and h6. Every time I turn around, there is a change. Yeah. So yeah, the thing is, I put YouTube on my TV, so I'm not really there to make comments. I'm there to relax and have it as background. So I can understand why people in YouTube are not taking that long. But okay, white is completely winning here according to the computer. Bishop h7, as we said, this is pretty much the only move. But now, okay, every piece is coming into the game. I mean, I think knight g5 is very very interesting first choice. I think this has to be the first choice on the engine, right? I mean, I can't see what is wrong with that. Knight g5 opens up the way for rook lifts. It also attacks h7. It also attacks f6. Black's position is completely collapsing. Knight h7 is even a threat. Yeah, knight h7, queen g6. There is a billion threats in the position. I mean, yeah, it's just GG, I think. Knight df3. I mean, one thing is you should not try to get too creative, right? Because sometimes you might have miscalculated something. But yeah, I'm sure that it wins. Like, this is one of these positions that pretty much everything wins. Like, we have 2 pawns for the piece and we have an overwhelming attack. So we're probably gonna win at least a piece back from this attack, like minimum. And that means we're winning, basically. But yeah. Rook f6, knight f6, rook f1. Yeah, something like that. I'm sure Anna will know the right way to do it. I mean, I'm sure she knows she's winning. And bishop h7, I think, is pretty much the only move. Like, if black doesn't play bishop h7, she gets checkmated. So, but okay, white is still winning. According to chess.com, Anna-Maja has 97.4 accuracy. I mean, she has played a really good game, which is really nice to, it's always really good also for your confidence to start with such a clean win, right? I mean, you didn't make any mistakes, and you outplayed your opponent very cleanly. Uh, it's the current position. Yes, we are on the verge of winning, I would say. At 2200, no, that's not true. I mean, I said bishop h6 immediately on the 1900s. So I don't know. I think all of you guys should at least consider bishop h6 and find it. Even if you're 500 rated, you should think about this move, right? Can you quickly go through how that happened? Let me see. Okay, so he did play knight g5. So as I said, probably the cleanest way to go. That's the move I'd play as well. Knight g5, just putting a lot of crescent. There is this idea, of course. Okay, so for people who missed the last few moves, let's go back. So it was in this, I think, this position. Black retreated the queen to c7. We played the move bishop to g5, putting a little bit more pressure on f6, and perhaps threatening some takes on e5, even with a knight or with a pawn. So Black thought it was a good idea to kick the bishop from this square and play the move h6, but that was a blunder. So we were just able to take this, and this is the position. And bishop h7 is pretty much the only move because, as we said earlier, Matthew, this bishop is hanging. So that is a big problem. Why you shouldn't play h6? You see, Anna's opponent didn't follow the stream, so she didn't know why she should not play h6. And bishop h7, knight g5. Black is completely dead. So if you guys watching either on Twitch or on YouTube want to take a lesson from this game, is that when the opponent has a bishop like this pinning your king, you should be extremely careful and probably avoid the move h7 to h6 at all circumstances, because that weakens the g6 square quite a lot, and it also weakens the pawn on h6 as well, because it's no longer protected by the king, and it's easily accessible to white's bishop. We can do some various bishop sacks. So if you remember this game, maybe it can help you as black to defend better if there is such position in your games, or if you're white, to know how to break this this attack. And yeah, I'm not sure what black does here actually. As Alberto is saying, I mean, rook takes f6 and rook f1. Everything is winning here, I would say. But rook f6 and rook f1 is a nice move. So if black plays some some random move, f, mini f. Oh, sorry for, yeah, maybe we have some lag. I don't know. Sorry for that. I think we should be back now. Yeah, it's a bit okay. It should be okay now. Black played something. What did she play? She played, I can't even see. Can somebody tell me what is the move? I can't see because of the pieces are all in the way. Okay, the queen is still on c7. I am not sure what black has played. I'm trying to zoom in at the board, but probably bishop e7, yeah, because the bishop is no longer on d6. So black plays bishop e7, which means we're defending for now. But this should be forced mate somehow. This looks also like not an amazing defending move, I would say. How do you win here? Bishop f7 looks like an easy win. Rook f6 maybe also, but I see the move bishop f7, rook f7, knight f7, king f7, queen h7. Not sure how clean is that though. But we are winning an exchange at the very least. Matthew, thank you so much for gifting us up to Alberto so that he can try to type with Greek letters. That's funny. Okay. So I guess, yeah. But yeah, I guess just rook f6 is yeah, rook f6 bring the other rook to f1. Even a double exchange sack, right? And that is what Anna does. So rook takes f6. That game should be over quite soon, I think. What move number is that, by the way? And by the way, that is mate in 6, as you can see here. That is move number 19. So that is, we're gonna have a sub 25 move game already. Yeah, someone should check the shoes, right? Maybe this is hiding something there. I mean, rook f6, and apparently it's just mate in 5. So knight f6, and then just rook f1, just threatening to take again on f6 and then checkmate on h7. And she is smiling for the camera. So yeah, you know, when you know you played a brilliant move and you want to, yeah. So knight takes f6. Yeah, no curse today, guys. Today we just admire this very beautiful chess game. Okay, I really like that this is the first game I get to commentate for Anna. I think you know, she might think I'm bringing her luck, so she will continue to have me. Yeah, that is very good. I'm very lucky. So rook f1, very nice. And we sacrifice the exchange. So here we are down a rook, but as you know from Anna's stream, if you're a regular here, we don't really need rooks. We don't really need rooks. We're gonna give up the second rook. This is forced mate. She wants to smile at us, but she doesn't really want to. You know, she wants also to be respectful to her opponent. But this is a really nice game. It shows how, you know, one wrong move h6, how a strong player can completely destroy you after you make one mistake. Basically, I think a lot of players feel that, you know, when you play against a title player and you make a wrong move, and you can see here her opponent resigns. So we have a result. Anna's winning. We can spam GGs in the chat. Very beautiful game, and very quick win as well. Like, okay, it took 3 hours, but in terms of chess moves, it only took like 20 moves. So move 20, black resigns. So that is the ideal way. That is the ideal way to start a tournament. That is the ideal way to begin your road to WGM, right? With a game like that, boosting your confidence, and you know, all of that. And it's really nice. I would say, yeah, big endorsement for the fantasy. I really like the opening choice because you make the position tactical. That means more chances for your opponents to make mistakes, right? And yeah. So yeah, brilliant game. I want to see. I think bishop takes h6 would probably be a brilliant move if you put it on chess.com. But yeah, maybe yes, maybe no. We'll see. But definitely a great game, and great way to start. What's the ELO game? It's like +4, I believe, but that's not really what matters, right? You only care about the ELO game at the end. of the tournament. So yeah, let's all spam GGs, and I'm sure Anna will be with us shortly. She's just packing up, I guess. And yeah, this is great. Thank you for the gift.net runner gifting a tier 1 to Yuho. Okay, I'm gonna leave this game. I'm gonna be right back to also see. Yes, you can see we don't have any cam. I think we'll. I think. Wait. Okay, let me put the game here. I think Anna will be with us soon, so if you could just wait a bit, and yeah, we will get her point of view soon enough. So yeah, let me get right back. Okay, let's see. So how can we do that? We have the interview. Can I please say hi to the gnome? I will. Can you troll Anna-Maja by not being there as you forgot about the stream? But she was there earlier. She was there at the start, so she has seen. She has seen. She has seen me in the stream. So unfortunately, that is not. That's not possible. He probably wants the job. Yeah, it's true. Okay. Let me see. I apologize if the overlay might be a bit weird. Okay, that's right. Let's try to call her, and I'll try to put her into the stream. Okay. People are saying bye. Don't leave, people. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear her, chat?
Sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm asking the chat if they can hear you because I'm not sure.
Let me turn this on. Wait. Emma, you're supposed to turn around.
I think they can see you. Okay, it's not in full screen, but it's okay.
I don't like the turning. It's turn. Huh?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever. Hello. How did I do? I mean, okay,
You played a great game. Amazing game.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything was good. The opening was great, and yeah, I mean, everything was perfect, pretty much.
Yay! I really, the reason why I spent so much time was because I always felt like there has to be something, but I was pushing myself back, like, no, just develop your pieces, please.
Yeah.
Because I quickly saw this morning, this line, and I didn't really know what I was doing. Like, 97 was new, and I was like, oh, that's just developing, but what do I do about this?
Yeah, this was okay. We talked about some tactical lines that you could do instead of but the moves you made were just very, very normal. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong. Like, it's yeah. People are saying, we have a new emote that is like the Kramnik is typing thing, and they're spamming this because you had like 98 accuracy.
Oh my god.
So yeah, but yeah, everything was basically really good game, and then she blundered with h6. You just sacrificed this GG, I think.
Yeah, I was struggling a lot to find a plan. Like I'm like all my pieces are developed.
So what was the plan? So let's say black plays like a5 instead of h6.
I was thinking I take on f6 maybe.
Ah, okay.
Or no, I take on e5 first and then maybe take on f6. So
Yeah.
he takes e5.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was.
takes the knight, of course I take on f6.
Yeah, so he has to take the
bishop.
bishop. She has the bishop. And then you take, right?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we were saying something like that, like takes, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, knight f3, and white is better, probably.
Yeah, I think she should not have allowed this. Like, I think she had to be active with c5 before she played queen c7, because I was not really threatening anything.
Yeah, c5 I think was what the engine wanted as well.
Yeah.
After,
and also this idea of bishop h5, bishop g6, I thought she had to play bishop e6 back instead. And
yeah, this was too slow, right? Bishop h5. I mean, it's, I don't know, wasting 2 moves just to prevent some knight g5 ideas. There were some really cool knight g5 ideas, but you just threatened them for 1 move and she wasted 3 moves to prevent them or something. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew I was better, but I didn't know how to proceed. And when she played h6, I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know why it was winning, but I knew like this has to be winning somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, after h6, I think it's just made after h6, basically. Like,
yeah.
what has... And this, the technique was really nice also, like rook f6 and then rook f1. Just,
yeah,
everything, everything was... Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. No, I knew I had to play tactically today because she's very solid, and I mean, counter, what do you do against it? So I was like, I have to do something sharp, and then it suddenly hit me. Why do I not play f3? And then I speedrun Gotham chess videos. Ooh. Well, just one video and his course. He's short and sweet.
So he recommends f3. Nice. Okay, yeah. I've seen Naroditsky playing that in his speedruns. I thought maybe that's why you get the idea. But yeah, f3 is really nice because it's really tactical, right? So it plays to your strength, I would say. So it's really nice.
When I played the counter with black, I thought this line is just super bad, but it's actually very interesting, and the positions that are better for black are like
we have 50 YouTube subs from Chess CPQ. So if you want to thank them,
can you repeat that?
We have like 50 YouTube subs from Chess CPQ. So if you want to thank them,
Thank you, thanks so much, thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. If I move my screen, I should have got on my phone. I don't know why I put it back in my bag, the phone cam. But okay, I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's a bit weird on the stream, but it doesn't matter. People can see you, so it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn it, but then the screen turns. So what is this?
Now we can see you're really super zoomed in. Wait, so every time you turn your phone, I have to adjust the.
This is good.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, this is better.
I finally figured it out.
This is much better.
Yeah, we're learning, but it was nice. Good game.
Really great starts. Yes. It's actually 100 subs. Oh, I didn't see those. Oh, it's 50 and then another 50. Okay. Thank you very much, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm like in the hallway, and for some reason people can talk here. I don't know, but during the game.
Wait, can you hear them?
Loud.
Oh, that's really bad.
Not here, but upstairs. You can just hear anyone talking there, and there was this one woman complaining so much for like. It was twice, like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And I just sit there at the board like, what am I supposed to do? This is so annoying.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, I guess it will be fixed in the future. I mean, first round is always, figuring it out.
One of the organizers constantly going upstairs, but yeah, it was very distracting. And in the very corner, I'm freezing. Ooh. I don't know why I chose this place, but today's very windy, so I was like freezing at the board. My opponent also like, put a scarf over her because the seats are cold. So I have to keep this in mind for next round.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean there's double round tomorrow, right? So,
yes, already.
Very exciting day. Beating 2 GMs in one day. Have you done this before?
No, I barely beat GMs. Maybe title choose
How is the view from your corner? Jen Pixels is asking.
Well, I think my opponent has really nice view because I didn't see anything. Like, I mean, I'm looking outside and I see a ship that is like constantly moving left and right because of the wind. And other than that, there's not much to see. I was really sad that I couldn't see other boards properly. And I don't really want to walk around because we're like in a little corner over here. And yeah, it's a bit hard. I went once to the bathroom and I wasted 4 minutes on my clock.
Yeah, it's probably far away as well.
Because I want to go to the bathroom. It's far away and I'm walking on heels, so...
Oh, we didn't comment on your shoes. We forgot to do that. We'll take better next time.
I'm curious. Okay, I think for next round I'm going to change shoes because this is really annoying to walk around like this.
People are saying that clears up that question. Okay. Yeah.
I know.
Apparently, Anna Cramling's opponent played the cow.
No way.
So he was like a GM and he played E3, D3, 92, 92.
Wait, actually, E3, D3.
Yeah, I think that's what people are saying. I mean, I didn't see the game, but yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy. No way. I have no idea what's going on at the boards. Like, I can see like a glimpse, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, we were wondering, like, when you were gone, we were wondering if you were going to some other boards, but apparently you're just in the bathroom. Yeah.
Just went to
Makes
the bathroom.
sense.
It's so far.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw the black ones really quickly. That was unfortunate.
I see a comment. Can't you kick off your shoes when the game starts and walk around on socks?
it did cross my mind, but it's so cold. Even I'm wearing socks. Like I have like a double layer, you know, around my feet, and I'm still freezing. I don't know.
You're wearing 2 socks?
It's like what are those called? Stockings?
Socks and then leggings,
socks
yeah?
over.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I don't like walking around on socks.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know what Jan Pixel is thinking. But okay. We need update on Nordi. I'm not sure Anna knows, but
yeah. I can take a look and let you guys know in Discord, but yeah,
or something. Yeah, I guess.
I also
He's probably still playing, right?
Somewhere here. I don't know where, but somewhere. I have to find a way.
Yeah. No,
but,
not everyone can win in 20 minutes.
It's actually going to be such a short recap because I barely played 20 move games.
Yeah, 20 moves, right? Yeah, exactly. By the way, so that you know, the chess.com board is delayed. So
really?
Yeah, so I have to make the moves manually, but it wasn't really that much of a problem, I think.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, just so that you know, if maybe you can tell that to the organizers, but I don't think they will allow you. I don't think they will allow you to have no delay. But okay, it's just letting you know.
Yeah, thanks. I will ask them. I'm also going to ask for a heater in the corner.
Yeah, that's probably more important.
Yeah, that was really
Okay.
Yeah, it was so stressful setting up. I mean, not for me as much because I was already ready, but the others. Well, I think Andrea was still setting up during her game.
Oh, the layouts,
like with tables and all of that stuff.
But she won her game apparently really quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, really quickly. It was her opponent. And Alexandra played him last year. In the first round, I think, as well, or something. So that was really funny.
Recap will be YouTube Shorts. Yeah, okay, maybe not. The GM Solver curse worked even today. What do you mean, Blue Boy? WGM Anna-Maja, people are saying.
I mean, I had a really good game. I feel like if I didn't spend so much time, it would have felt much better. Like, I felt like I was struggling too much in my head.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those games that it's really short, but you can feel like a lot of thought was put into the game, so Yeah, it's
Yeah, but I felt also super distracted, and I don't know. I didn't feel like I was like in the flow, you know.
okay.
But I think now, like, you know, slowly getting into it.
Okay, it's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, hope this year was fun. Hope everything went well.
It went well, I
At least
think.
it was fun.
I don't see people complaining. So I mean, we had like maybe 1 second that it wasn't wrong, but it came immediately back. So it's nice, I guess.
Oh,
It didn't. It
okay.
didn't. It didn't do the thing where there are two streams. So it's the same stream, just froze for 1 second or something.
Yeah.
It should be okay.
Yeah.
It should be okay. It's the bottom line.
Okay. Well, I think unless there are questions, I don't really have much
Yeah, I
else
don't
to
see.
share.
People are just saying congrats. So yeah. So yeah.
It's such a good start. I don't know, like it's just such a clean game, and it's like
Exactly.
also a new opening, so I was very nervous because I don't want to play those solid lines, so it was quite a risk. But yeah, I think it gave me more pressure to like, you know, do something. So yeah, I have to get used to this, but it was a good game. Yay!
Hey. Okay, so
Anyways,
I guess we're ending, right? We're ending,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you can rate whoever. I guess
I
one
can't
of the
rate anyone.
players that is still streaming
But
is still playing.
yeah, I don't think I can rate anyone. That's the problem.
The most can.
But yeah, if any mods are here, they can rate someone else who is still playing.
Yeah.
And yes, I was gonna say we'll be back tomorrow because people are asking. Yes, tomorrow is morning round, so 10 a.m. I believe Central European.
I think 9.
Or 9.
Oh, well, 10 a.m. European, yes.
Yeah.
9 a.m. local.
Yeah. So yeah, and
Yeah.
also you can expect an Anna-Maja recap on YouTube. So
Yeah, I will record a recap, especially now that I have a little bit of time. I'm very hungry, but I can wait a little bit, so that's fine. But yeah, thank you so much for doing commentary. Thank you so much for watching the stream.
Okay, see you
And
guys.
thank you for watching, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna like end also here.
Yeah. See you.
Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you for watching. Bye.
No, guys, I'm not streaming Valorant. Okay, I'm ending, right? So yeah, let's move that so that I don't leak anything. And yeah, you can rate whoever. It was nice. It was nice hosting, and see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.